el 7 de noviembre y nosotros vamos a trabajar en la meta I can compare and contrast what I like and don't like in entertainment using gustar and other similar verbs. Okay, if I said, a mí me gusta el cine, pero a mi hermano le gusta más la televisión. What does the verb gustar mean there? A mí me gusta el cine, pero a mi hermano le gusta la televisión. En inglés, ¿qué significa? En inglés, a mí me gusta el cine, pero a mi hermano le gusta más la televisión. Olivia? What does the whole sentence mean? Muy bien. I like the movie theater, but my brother likes TV more. Okay? So, en realidad, nosotros usamos el verbo gustar a significar to like, right? Gustar, to like. Okay, even though we translate the verb gustar as to like, it literally means to please. So when you say, por ejemplo, me gustan los deportes, you're actually saying sports are pleasing to me. Me gustan los deportes. I like sports. You're literally saying sports are pleasing to me. What's the subject of that sentence? Sports are pleasing to me. Sports. Who are sports pleasing to? Me. Okay, does anyone know what part of speech me is in English in this sentence? It's an object. It's an indirect object. It's an indirect object. Okay? The indirect object answers the question to whom or for whom the action is performed. I know this is more grammar than we normally do, but it's important that you understand this concept. The reason we use the verb gustan and deportes here is because literally we're saying sports are pleasing to me. So gustar is the verb for the subject sports. That's why we use gusta instead of saying a mí me gustó, right? I am not the subject, sports is the subject. So en español, nosotros tenemos otros verbos también que funcionar como gustar. The formula that we use is the indirect object plus the form of gustar plus the subject. Okay? The subject in the sentence with the verb gustar usually follows the verb. You need to know if the subject is singular or plural to know which form of gustar to use. If the subject is singular, we're going to use gusta. If the subject is plural, we're going to use gustan. Es fácil, ¿no? ¿Sí? No es nuevo para ustedes. Por ejemplo, a mí me gusta la pizza. What is the subject of the sentence? A mí me gusta la pizza. La pizza is the subject. Is it singular or plural? Singular. So we chose to use what? Gusta. Who is liking the pizza? Me. So that's the indirect object pronoun. Okay? So now that we've reviewed gustar, nosotros podemos hablar sobre otros verbos en español que funciona como gustar. ¿Qué significa funciona en inglés? Function. So hay otros verbos en español cuales funcionan como gustar. ¿Comprenden ustedes? Y yo voy a escribir ahora una lista de los verbos que funcionan como gustar. Tenemos aburrir, doler, Encantar, which we've already talked about. Faltar. Interesar. And quedar. Estos verbos funcionan como el verbo gustar. Now, remind me again, ¿cuáles son las dos opciones para gustar for singular and plural? ¿Cuáles son las dos opciones? Gustar or gustan. Now, use your brains here. We just said that we use gustar or gustan because things like the pizza or the sports are the subject, right? So you take gustar, which is an AR verb, and you say, what is the el, ella form? Gusta, and what is the ellos, ellas form? Gustan. That's literally regular present tense conjugations. That's why we don't say a nosotros nos gustamos, because nos is not the subject, right? We like what the movie, la película, gusta. Okay? So, for aburrir, which is an IR verb, ¿cuáles dos fines son posibles? What two endings are possible for singular and plural for aburrir? Aburre. For the L form, what's the ellos form of aburrir? It bores that. Aburren. Doler is an ER verb. It says it's an O to UE, so what is it going to be? Duele or duelen. Encantar is what kind of a verb? AR, so it's exactly like gustar. What are my two choices? Encanta, encantan. What determines which one you use? Multiple pluralities of what? Subject. And where does the subject usually fall in a sentence with a verb like gustar? At the end. Okay? Faltar. It's an AR verb. What are my two choices? Falta. Faltan. Interesar. AR verb. Interesa. Interesan. Quedar. Queda. Quedan. Now, por ejemplo, a mí me gustan las películas de horror. A mí me gustan las películas de horror. No es la verdad para mí. Yo prefiero el verbo aburrir para describir películas de horror. How could I use the verb aburrir to say, aburrir means to bore. How can I use the verb aburrir to say horror movies bore me? ¿Alguien tiene idea? Start it like gustar. How do we start things like gustar? A mí. I'm talking about las películas de horror. Am I going to choose aburre or aburren? A mí me aburren las películas de horror. Doler, you've heard this one before. Me duele la cabeza. ¿Qué significa el verbo doler? To hurt. Literally, the head, it hurts me. Me duele la cabeza. What's the subject of the sentence? Me duele la cabeza. La cabeza, is that one or two things? One. So which are we going to choose? Duele or duelen? Duele. Muy bien. Encantar. I love my dog. Mi perro. Is that a singular or plural? Singular. How do we say I love my dog? Me encanta mi perro. Faltar. Faltar is to miss. In my last class, we were missing Chloe Mark. Ella no está en la escuela hoy. How would I say we are missing Chloe using the verb faltar? A nosotros. What's the pronoun we use with nosotros? A mí, me, a nosotros. Nos. Do we say nos faltamos? No. Who's the subject? Chloe. Is she one thing or more than one thing? One thing, so which one are we going to use? Falta Chloe. Okay? The verb interesar. How do we say he is interested in romantic comedies? He is interested in romantic comedies. Romantic comedies, is that one thing or more than one thing? More than one thing. So we're going to choose interesa or interesan. Okay, how do we say to him it pleases the romantic comedy movies? How do we say that? A él. What pronoun goes with él? A mí me, a nosotros nos, a él le interesan las películas románticas. Okay, last one, quedar. Quedar means to fit. We talked about this when we did the clothing unit. How do we say the dress fits her well? The dress fits her well. Who wants to give it a shot? A mí? A ti? A ella me? A ella le? The dress. Queda or quedan? Queda. A ella le queda bien. Bien what? The dress. El vestido. A ella le queda bien el vestido. ¿Es bueno? ¿Sí? Ok, ahora chicos, nosotros vamos a ver un video que explica un poquito más. Now that I've explained it, you've written notes, it's kind of a complicated topic. I want to watch the Gram Activa video, which I'm going to warn you is a little cheesy. I want to watch it though to kind of reaffirm in your mind how this works. ¿Comprenden? Gracias, Luis.